Descent altitude 3,000 feet, 1013, Transavia 8633.
Heading 160, cleared ILS runway 18 right, Alpine 837. 124.875, bye-bye, Sun Turk 2 Tango Bravo.
Descent to 2,000 feet, China Southern 305.
Descend level 50, easy 49er6. Left heading 050, easy 49er6.
Heading 200, cleared approach 18 right, China Southern 305.
Heading 020, Iberex Braze 1200.
Descent to altitude 2,000 feet, Transavia 8633.
Heading 340, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha. 118.28, KLM 49er6.
12575, thanks, KLM 55 Foxtrot Hotel. Right 090, Transavia 8633. KLM 7106, with Kilo. Roger, KLM 7106. KLM 284, passing 2100, Lopik. Climb to level 130, KLM 284.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, easy 49er6. Descend to flight level 50, KLM 41. Descend flight level 50, Iberex Braze 1200.
Heading 150, cleared approach 18 right, Transavia 8633. One 1828, China Southern 305.
Reducing 220, easy 49er6. Speed 220, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha. Descend to altitude 2000 feet, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha. Left 270, descend to altitude 2000 feet, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha.
KLM 29er, descending flight level 70. Roger, KLM 29er.
Heading 010, KLM 30. Left 005, descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 30. 118280, number 3, Alpine 837.
Descent to flight level 50, reducing 220, KLM 1266. Heading 040, KLM 1266. 2385, KLM 284.
Left heading 185, cleared ILS runway 18 right, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha. Heading 315, KLM 41. Heading 305, KLM 41. Reduce 220 knots, KLM 41. Approach, Speedbird 309er5. Roger, Speedbird 309er5. Good evening, KLM 3382, out of 17 climbing 3000 feet, Burji departure. Climb to flight level 130, KLM 3382. Right heading 090, descend to 2000 feet, easy 496.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 1266. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, reduce 200 knots, KLM 1266.
Reduce 200 knots, Iberex Braze 1200. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 41. Right heading 175, cleared approach 18 right, easy 496.
Transavia 8633, established. 11828, thank you, Transavia 8633.
Descend to altitude 2000 feet, KLM 30.
KLM 564 kilo heavy. Direct to R-type, and then heading 255, KLM 564 kilo.
KLM 7835, following the Shugol arrival. Keeping up the speed, KLM 7835. Departure, easy 25 Papa, passing 16 climbing to flight level 60, Idrid departure. Climb to 130, easy 25 Papa. Heading 015, descend to flight level 50, KLM 18 Victor Bravo. Right heading east, KLM 30.
Left 015, KLM 1266. Right 305, Yangtze River 62 Alpha. Heading 305, descend level 50, Yangtze River 62 Alpha. Speed 220 knots, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Good day, KLM 3382. Heading 165, cleared ILS runway 18 right, KLM 30. Right heading 330, KLM 41. EGN 87 Alpha Alpha, we're fully established. 1828, thanks, EGN 87 Alpha Alpha.
200 knots, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Left heading 270, KLM 41.
Heading 090, KLM 1266.
Descend to 2000 feet, KLM 41.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Direct R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Air Baltic 2051. Left 010, Iberex Braze 1200.
Heading 055, descend to altitude 3000, 1013, KLM 29er.
Heading 175, cleared ILS, KLM 41. Left heading 170, KLM 41. Climb to flight level 130, Austrian 254. 2575, bye-bye, easy 25 Papa. Skip all tower on 118.280, easy 49er6.
Descend to 2000 feet, KLM 1266. Right heading 160, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 1266.
Austrian 254, we have a problem, and we need to return to the airport. Leveling off at flight level 55. Direct to Tidvo, and after Tidvo heading 345, Austrian 254. Direct to Tidvo, and after Tidvo heading 345, stop climb at flight level 50, Austrian 254. And approach, Austrian 254, we are returning due to a technical issue. Roger, Austrian 254. 118280, thanks, KLM 30. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, Iberex Braze 1200. Descend to flight level 50, Speedbird 309er 5.
Left heading 010, KLM 7106. Right 335, Yangtze River 62 Alpha. Speed 220 knots, KLM 29er.
Heading 145, Speedbird 309er 5. Turkish 29er heavy.
Lufthansa 84 Whiskey, stop climb at flight level 50.
Climb level 60, Austrian 254. Direct to R-type, and then heading 255, Turkish 29er.
Heading 270, descend 2000 feet, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Left heading 020, Speedbird 309er 5. Speed 220 knots, Speedbird 309er 5.
Descend to flight level 50, KLM 7106. Lufthansa 84 Whiskey, climb flight level 130. Left 210 to intercept, cleared approach runway 18 right, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Right heading 090, Iberex Braze 1200. Heading 090, descend to altitude 2000, Iberex Braze 1200. KLM 304 heavy, Burji departure, passing 1,800 feet. Climb to flight level 130, KLM 304.
Right heading 305, KLM 564 kilo.
Heading 155, cleared ILS runway 18 right, Iberex Braze 1200.
Heading 015, KLM 29er.
Descend to altitude 3000, 1013, KLM 18 Victor Bravo. Heading 170, KLM 7835. KLM 486. Roger, KLM 486. KLM 6138 heavy.
Descend to flight level 50, KLM 564 kilo.
KLM 6138. (1828), KLM 41.
18280, number 2, KLM 1266. reducing 200, KLM 29er.
Reduce 220 knots, KLM 7835.
Heading 090, KLM 29er.
Speed 220 knots, Austrian 254.
Lufthansa 84 Whiskey, thanks.
Expedite climb, KLM 304. Descend to level 60, KLM 7835. Left 010, expedite descend, KLM 7835.
Climb to flight level 130, KLM 6767.
Austrian 254, we can start the approach now. Copied, Austrian 254.
Right 160, descend to 2000 feet, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 29er.
Normal rate, KLM 304.
Right heading 320, descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 564 kilo. Speed 220, KLM 564 kilo.
200 knots, Austrian 254. Heading 310, Air Baltic 2051. 310 degrees, descend to flight level 50, Air Baltic 2051. 125750, thanks, KLM 304. Right heading east, KLM 18 Victor Bravo. Right heading 090, descend to 2000, KLM 18 Victor Bravo.
Roger, KLM 15 Whiskey.
Roger, KLM 207.
Yangtze River 62 Alpha, established 18 right. 118.28, thank you, Yangtze River 62 Alpha.
Descend to flight level 45, Speedbird 309er5. Descend to altitude 3000, 1013, Speedbird 309er5. Heading 160, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 18 Victor Bravo. Right 160, speed 200 till the localizer, cleared approach runway 18 right, KLM 18 Victor Bravo.
Climb to flight level 130, red nose 546. 12575, see you later, KLM 6767. Stop descent at flight level 080, speed 220 knots, KLM 988.
One 118.280, number 2, Iberex Braze 1200.
Left heading 270, KLM 564 kilo. Heading 270, descend 2000 feet, KLM 564 kilo.
Descend to flight level 50, Austrian 254. Direct to R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Turkish 1661. Right heading 305, descend to flight level 50, Turkish 29er. Reduce 200 knots, Air Baltic 2051. Reducing 200, Turkish 29er.
Speed 200, KLM 7106.
Speed 200, Speedbird 309er5.
Speed 200, KLM 564 kilo.
Right heading east, Speedbird 309er5.
Left heading 210, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 564 kilo. Descend altitude 3000, 1013, KLM 7106.
Descend to 2000 feet, Speedbird 309er5. Left 270, descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, Austrian 254. Descend to altitude 3000, QNH 1013, Air Baltic 2051. Left heading west, descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, Air Baltic 2051.
Two 5.750, thank you, red nose 546.
Right 180 to intercept, leave 2000 on the glide, cleared ILS 18 right, speedbird 309er5. Heading 190, cleared ILS runway 18 right, speedbird 309er5.
Descend to 2000, KLM 7106.
Descend to altitude 2000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 7835. Left 040, descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 6138. Left 200 to intercept, cleared ILS 18 center, Austrian 254.
KLM 29er, established. Thanks, KLM 29er. Right heading 090, KLM 7106.
Left 195 to intercept, cleared approach 18 center, Air Baltic 2051. Descend to altitude 3000, 1013, Turkish 29er. Left 015, KLM 486.
KLM 107. Copied, KLM 107. Direct R-type, and then heading 255, KLM 107. Right 173, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 7106.
Descend flight level 50, KLM 207. Climb to flight level 130, Air China Freight 351. Skip all tower on 11880, good night, KLM 18 Victor Bravo. Right heading 095, KLM 7835. Right 090, KLM 7835. Left heading west, Turkish 29er. Orange 27 X-ray Bravo, passing 111 descending flight level 70. Roger, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Descend to flight level 50, KLM 486.
Skip Hall Tower on 11880, good night, KLM 564 kilo.
18105, Air Baltic 2051. Left heading 035, KLM 207.
Descend to level 60, KLM 988.
Heading 165, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 7835. Left heading 200, cleared ILS runway 18 center approach, Turkish 29er. 124875, goodbye, Air China Freight 351. Delta 480 heavy, Andic departure, passing 1,600 feet. Climb to level 130, Delta 480. Schiphol Tower on 118105, good night, Austrian 254. 1828, Speedbird 309er5. Descend to altitude 2000 feet, KLM 6138.
Heading 045, KLM 988. Heading 010, KLM 15 Whiskey.
Right heading east, KLM 6138. Easy 551 Lima, with golf. Copied, Easy 551 Lima.
18.28, bye-bye, KLM 7106.
118105, thanks, Turkish 29er. Climb to 130, KLM 17 Zulu. Right 170 to intercept, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 6138. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 207. Right 295, descend to altitude 3000, 1013, Turkish 1661.
Descend to flight level 50, KLM 15 Whiskey. Descend to flight level 50, KLM 988.
One two four eight seven five, thank you, Delta 480. Climb to 130, Malaysian 9er5. Descend to 2000, KLM 207. Heading 090, reducing 220, KLM 207.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 988.
124875, thanks, KLM 17 Zulu. One 828, number 3, KLM 7835. Heading 060, descend to flight level 50, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Copied, KLM 3632. Right 150 to intercept, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 207.
Climb to flight level 130, Martin Air 564. Heading 285, KLM 107. Right heading 285, descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 107. Descend to 2000 feet, KLM 988.
Heading 270, Turkish 1661.
Right 090, KLM 988.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 486.
Martin Air 564, request high-speed climb. Thank you, high-speed approved, Martin Air 564.
High speed approved, Malaysian 9er 5. 124875, thanks, Malaysian 9er 5. KLM 57 Yankee. Reduce 230 knots, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo. 11828, bye-bye, KLM 6138. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Heading 200, cleared approach 18 center, Turkish 1661.
KLM 15, passing 16, Arnhem. Climb to level 130, KLM 15. Right heading south, cleared ILS runway 18 right, KLM 988. Direct to R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Transavia 162 Zulu.
Descend to 2000 feet, KLM 486. 118.280, thank you, KLM 207. 118105, number 1, Turkish 1661.
24875, goodbye, Martin Air 564.
Heading 090, KLM 486. Reducing 220, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 15 Whiskey.
Descend to 50, Easy 551 Lima.
Left heading west, KLM 107.
Heading 055, Easy 551 Lima. Heading 185, cleared approach, KLM 486. Heading 200, KLM 486. Descend to 2000, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Speed 220, Easy 551 Lima.
One 24875, bye-bye, KLM 15. Left heading 175, cleared approach, KLM 107. Heading 180, speed 200 till the localizer, KLM 107.
Heading 090, Orange 27 X-ray Bravo.
Descend to altitude 2000 feet, KLM 15 Whiskey. Right 045, descend to 2000 feet, KLM 15 Whiskey.
Left 020, KLM 3632.
Approach, Austrian 313 Papa. Roger, Austrian 313 Papa. KLM 66, with you. KLM 66. KLM 904 Alpha, out of 1800 climbing level 60, Burji departure. Climb to level 130, KLM904 Alpha.
Right heading 175, cleared approach 18 right, orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Heading 045, descend altitude 3000, 1013, easy 551 Lima.
KLM988, bye. 18105, number 1, KLM107.
Skip all tower on 118280, thank you, KLM 486.
Heading 090, KLM15 Whiskey.
Left 055, descend to 50, KLM 57 Yankee.
Heading 165, speed 210 tilde localizer, cleared approach runway 18 right, KLM15 Whiskey.
Reduce 200 knots, easy 551 Lima. Direct R-type, and after R-type heading 255, KLM 27.
Two 575, bye bye, KLM904 Alpha.
Heading 090, descend to 2000 feet, easy 551 Lima.
Approach, Alpine 32 Sierra. Direct to R-type, and then heading 255, speed 220 knots, Alpine 32 Sierra.
Descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 57 Yankee. Right heading south, cleared approach 18 right, easy 551 Lima. One 18.28, orange 27 X-ray Bravo. Descend to flight level 50, KLM 3632. Finnair 81. Reducing 220, Finnair 81. Right heading 090, KLM 57 Yankee. Right 090, descend to 2000 feet, KLM 57 Yankee.
Right 305, Transavia 162 Zulu. Left 060, descend to flight level 50, KLM 66. KLM 15 Whiskey, we're established. Speedbird 354 Zulu, passing 2300, Idrid. 1828, KLM 15 Whiskey. Climb flight level 130, Speedbird 354 Zulu. Heading 015, Austrian 313 Papa.
Right 165 to intercept, cleared approach 18 right, KLM 57 Yankee. Direct R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Finnair 81.
Descent altitude 3000 feet, 1013, speed 220 knots, Transavia 162 Zulu. Descent to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 66.
Croatia 86 Yankee. Direct R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Croatia 86 Yankee. Climb to flight level 130, Transavia 95 Victor Foxtrot.
Descend level 50, Austrian 313 Papa. Left heading 270, Transavia 162 Zulu.
Easy 551 Lima, we're established. 18.28, number 1, Easy 551 Lima. Heading 325, KLM 3632.
2575, thank you, Speedbird 354 Zulu. Descend to 2000 feet, Transavia 162 Zulu. Descend to 2000 feet, KLM 66. Right heading 090, descend to 2000 feet, KLM 66.
Heading 060, descend to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, KLM 3632. 123850, thank you, Transavia 95 Victor Foxtrot.
Left heading 200, cleared approach 18 right, Transavia 162 Zulu.
Copied, KLM 13905.
Climb to flight level 130, Egypt Air 85.
KLM 57 Yankee, established 18 right. 11828, KLM 57 Yankee. Right 285, descend to flight level 50, KLM 27. Speed 220, Croatia 86 Yankee.
Right 155 to intercept, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 66.
Descend to 2,000 feet, KLM 3632. Heading 090, KLM 3632.
Speed 220, KLM 66. 118280, thanks, Transavia 162 Zulu. Orange 1529er heavy, with Bravo. Orange 1529er.
Vueling 1753, passing 17 climbing level 60, QDAD. Climb to flight level 130, Vueling 1753. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 27.
Heading 285, descent to flight level 50, Alpine 32 Sierra.
Heading 150, cleared approach runway 18 right, KLM 3632. Reduce 200 knots, Croatia 86 Yankee. Speed 180, Croatia 86 Yankee. Descend to flight level 60, Finnair 81.
24875, Egypt Air 85.
Speed 200 knots, Croatia 86 Yankee.
Stop descent at level 80, Orange 1529er.
Heading 270, descend to 2000 feet, KLM 27.
Reducing 220, Orange 1529er. Descent to altitude 3000, 1013, Austrian 313 Papa.
Speed 230, easy for November. Departure, KLM 976 Golf, passing 1500 on the Arnhem departure. Climb to flight level 130, KLM 976 Golf. 123.85, see you later, Vueling 1753.
KLM 66, bye.
Right 285, descend to flight level 50, Finnair 81.
Right heading 090, descent to 2000 feet, Austrian 313 Papa.
Heading 205, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 27.
Descent to altitude 3000 feet, 1013, Alpine 32 Sierra.
KLM 3632, were established. 118.28, KLM 3632. Approach, KLM 5752, following the Shugol arrival. Copied, KLM 5752. Skip Hall Tower on 11828, good night, KLM 27. Heading 290, Croatia 86 Yankee. Heading 070, descent altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 13905.
Approach, Austrian 534. Right heading 180, cleared approach 18 right, Austrian 313 Papa. Direct to R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Austrian 534.
Descend to altitude 3000, 1013, Finnair 81. Descend to flight level 50, Croatia 86 Yankee.
Speed 200, Alpine 32 Sierra. Descend to flight level 50, Orange 1529er. 230 knots, Orange 1529er.
Speed 250 knots, easy for November. Stop descent at flight level 80, KLM 5752. Approach, Singapore 55 uniform heavy. Roger, Singapore 55 uniform. Direct to R-type, and then heading 255, Singapore 55 uniform.
Left 180 to intercept, cleared approach, Alpine 32 Sierra.
KLM 366 Mike, passing 2000, ended departure.
Left heading 165, Alpine 32 Sierra.
Climb to flight level 130, KLM 366 Mike. Heading 270, Finnair 81. One two four eight seven five. Thanks, KLM 976 Golf.
Austrian 313 Papa, we're established. Heading 060, Orange 1529er. 11828, thank you, Austrian 313 Papa. Alpine 32 Sierra, established ILS 18 right. One 1828, Alpine 32 Sierra.
Descend to altitude 3000, 1013, Croatia 86 Yankee.
Approach, Croatia 1323.
Heading 195, descend 2000, cleared approach 18 right, Finnair 81.
Roger, Croatia 1323. Direct R-type, and after R-type heading 255, Croatia 1323.
Heading 315, Croatia 86 Yankee. Climb to flight level 130, Speedbird 30 Hotel. Right heading 090, KLM 13905.
KLM 342 Echo, with you. Direct to R-type, and after R-type heading 255, KLM 342 Echo. Expedite descent to flight level 60, Austrian 534.
Reducing 220, Singapore 55 uniform. 24.875, bye-bye, KLM 366 Mike. Left heading 060, easy for November. Right heading 185, cleared approach, KLM 139er5. Left heading 270, Croatia 86 Yankee. Descend to altitude 2000 feet, KLM 139er5.
Descent altitude 3000, 1013, Orange 1529er.
Descend to flight level 50, easy for November. Left heading 205, descend to 2000, cleared ILS approach 18 right, Croatia 86 Yankee. Reducing 200, Singapore 55 uniform.
Climb to level 130, KLM 41.
125.75, Speedbird 30 Hotel. Left 060, descend to flight level 50, KLM 5752. Descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1013, easy for November. 11828, KLM 139er5. KLM 4054. Roger, KLM 4054. Finnair 81, good night. Heading 065, KLM 5752.
Right heading 085, Orange 1529er. Heading 090, Orange 1529er. Right heading 165, descend to altitude 2000, cleared ILS runway 18 right, Orange 1529er.
Descend to altitude 2000 feet, easy for November. Approach, Swiss 8345. 118280, bye-bye, Croatia 86 Yankee. Swiss 8345.